Booking.com, if you're familiar with that, right? That's the main part of the company. It's a real company with real profits. But there's a second part of the company that the owner of the company, he had a vision that he not only wants to sell holidays, but he wants to enable thousands of entrepreneurs to create a unique business for themselves and enjoy a lifetime of passive income. Usually with a company, the person who starts the company, he ends up having all the profits and he becomes a multimillionaire, billionaire, whatever. This person, he decided he wants to be able to share this tremendous potential of this company with many, many other people. And he wants to do it by using the power of social media, to use the power of the crowd. If a lot of people are associated with the company, it will help the company to go further and further forward, right? And this company has a very unique business model. All right. Now, you may think, how could they be the cheapest in selling holidays? I mean, there's a number of websites and all different prices, and how can they compete with all these different companies? Well, the truth of the matter is that a lot of people don't realize that when they go to a website to book a holiday, they might compare it with another website, but they don't realize that all the websites, or most of the websites, are owned by two big companies, Expedia and Booking.com. So when they're looking at different websites, comparing prices, they're actually comparing different websites of the same company. And these two companies are able to control, to a certain extent, the costs of booking holidays. And so Travelor wants to be able to break through that and have lower prices. And how do they do that? One of the ways is by being a small company in terms of how many employees they have. They do not have that many employees. There's a lot of people associated with the company, pushing the company forward, but the actual number of employees is very small. Now, another cost that is usually a big cost for a company is advertising. Well, with Travelor, because it uses the power of social media, it uses a whole load of people associated with the company. So those people are the ones that are promoting the company. So the company does not need to pay millions and millions in advertising, right? And all these people that are associated with the company, because they also are able to have a passive income from the company, which I'll explain soon. So they're interested for there to be many sales of the company. And so they provide very good service to the clients, right? And so all these people associated with the company, they provide very good service, and they're highly motivated to push the company forward. All right, now let's start talking about statistics of the company, how well it's doing. Because when I started, everything was going to be in the future. There's going to be this, there's going to be that, but they hadn't made a single sale yet. Now let's see how well they've been doing in the last 5 years. Well, they started selling holidays just over 4 years ago. And since then, the sales have been going up and up and up. From year to year, we see the sales going up and up and up. And it's just before the coronavirus, it was reaching a level of about $1 million of sales during that time, right? Now, as with the sales have been going up year after year, the annual revenue has been going up year after year, and we expect after the coronavirus it will continue going up. At the moment, we're in the middle of this situation where people are not going on holiday, but of course, it's going to come to an end, and people will, by that time, will be desperate to go on holiday. The tourism industry will come back again, and then the sales will continue in the way that they've been going up and up and up until now. All right. Now, you may be wondering, well, how do we know these figures are true? Maybe the company is just telling us these figures and showing us that they're income's going up and up and up. Maybe it's not true. Well, everybody who joins the company gets a back office where we can see every single sale. Every time somebody makes a booking, we can see which hotel they booked. Excuse me. We can see who it was that made the booking. Here, if you see on the right-hand side, you can see a picture of the person, and if you hover over it, you'll see their name. We can see who made the booking, and we can also see how much people paid for the holiday and what's the profit of that agent, how much he got. Like in this example, you can see that somebody made a booking of a holiday for just over $700. Now, it could be that an agent, let's say like myself, I give a link to my part of the website to somebody. It takes me a few minutes, and I say to the person, look, you're going on holiday. Why don't you compare the price of what you're found with Travelor? And he'll take my link, click on it, and he'll see that Travelor is cheaper, and he'll book by Travelor. And so then he pays over $700 to Travelor, and I get $70 or $74 for that little bit of work, right? That's the way it works, that one way I can make a profit from Travelor. And so we see there's complete transparency. On the left, we see people who are the big earners, people that sell a lot of holidays, right? Now, before you start to get worried, selling holidays is not the only way you can make money in Travelor. The other ways I'll explain soon, right? But over here, you see people who do work hard at selling holidays, and they're making thousands and tens of thousands of dollars of profit every month. All right. Now, here's an example of another part of the back office where we can see, every person can see how much they've earned that month from Travelor. And there's various ways of earning money. Again, I'll explain that later. Here, it shows a person how much they've earned from team management, right? And here it's March of this year, and this person earned more than $3,000 from team management, which is basically passive income. They don't need to spend much time on it. Exactly how they managed to get this, I'll explain it soon, but this is more or less passive income. Now, you may say, well, who's to say this is true? Maybe that these figures was written in Photoshop. By the way, if anybody's got any questions, I'll deal with them at the end, right? Maybe these figures are not true. Maybe it was all made up. Well, I can tell you that these figures are true because these are figures of my daughter's back office. That she's at home, she's married, she's with her children, and she's getting an income of, at the moment, more than $3,000 a month, and it's going up every month. All right, now how do you earn money from Travelor? So there's 3 ways of earning money from Travelor. The first way is selling tourism, selling holidays, right? Let's say somebody who's going on a holiday, somebody in the family, a friend or colleague. You can say to them, look, if you want, I could arrange to book the holiday for you, and I can get a good price for you. So you go to Travelor, your part of Travelor, and you make the booking for the person, right? And so just from that, you get a percentage of the profit. Now, how much do you get? Well, usually when there's a booking of a hotel, the profit that goes to the website, to Travelor, is about 10%. So if somebody books a holiday for $1,000, there's about $100 of profit. Of that $100, 80% goes to the agent that made the booking. That's 80%. Now, if anybody's familiar with affiliate marketing, you know that to get 80% of the profit over here, this is a large amount to receive, right? So the agent would get $80, all right? Now, what happens to the other 20%? In this case, the other $20, well, that money goes into a general pool together with the 20% of the profits of all the other bookings, and all that money is divided amongst all the agents, right? Not the full amount, not the full 20%, but 80% of that amount is divided amongst all the agents. Now, it's not divided equally because there's a ranking system. There's a way of for person to get onto a higher rank by points. I'm not going to go into detail in that now, but you should just know it's possible for a person to go into higher ranks, and the ones on the higher ranks, they earn more money. My daughter managed to get onto the highest rank, and she recently, before the coronavirus, she was getting about $150, $200 passive income just from that, right? But that's at the moment because Travelor is still building up. It's still at the beginning, right? But as the sales will increase more and more, so that passive income will increase for everyone. Now, there's a third source of income that people can get from Travelor, and this is particularly relevant during the coronavirus. Now is an opportunity for people to get this particular income. Now, let's just consider a regular company. In a regular company, you have the workers who are doing the main work of the company, right? Let's say it's a delivery service or something. So they do the main work and they get paid for doing the deliveries. But apart from them, there's also managers, right? They're the people involved in building up the business, right? And they usually earn more money, right? So in Travelor, instead of having employed managers, what it is that every agent has the ability to build up Travelor, right? How can we build up Travelor? So if the main way of Travelor earning money is from selling holidays, so to build up Travelor, the way to do it is to bring in more agents. It's a bit similar to in high tech, when a company wants a new employee. So if one of their employees brings in somebody good, so they get a bonus. Could be $100, $200, $500, maybe $1,000. So too with Travelor, they have this bonus system for people who bring in somebody else. Now, at the moment, there's about 2,000 agents of Travelor, and they want to get to 10,000, right? That's the number that they want to get to. The goal is not to keep on going on, bringing in more agents. No, that's not the goal. This is a regular business, real profits. They want to sell tourism. That is the business, right? Bringing in more agents, that's just a temporary measure that we're doing at the moment to build up the company. But if somebody does that, they get rewarded very nicely. If you bring in somebody to Travelor, so then you get the bonus of $50. But it's not a one-time bonus. It's a $50 that month, the next month, and the next month. It's an ongoing bonus. As long as that person that you brought in stays with Travelor, you get $50 every month. And that's team management. And it comes out more or less a passive income. I mean, you're getting paid for taking care of your team. You know, you're supposed to take care of your team, but it doesn't take so much time. So for everybody you bring in, you get $50, right? But that's not all. When they bring in somebody, you get $10 for the people that they bring in, and so on. It goes on, with other generations, and it goes up to 8 generations deep. Right? Exactly how many generations you get the $10 for, it depends on your rank. As we mentioned, it's possible to go up higher in ranks. The person who's on the higher rank gets the $10 for more generations, right? So a person is being paid because they're contributing towards building up Travelor. So let's just get clear. There's 3 ways to earn money from Travelor. The first way is selling tourism, selling holidays. That's not so relevant at the moment during the coronavirus. Second way, you get a passive income from everyone else's sales. My daughter, she's not involved in selling any holidays at the moment, hasn't done it for years, but she's still getting that passive income, which is going up and up the whole time. And the third way of getting a passive income and this is particularly relevant now during the coronavirus, and that is for building up the company by bringing in more agents. Okay, so the middle income, the gold bonus from the sales. So up until now, people haven't been receiving very much money from that. But as time goes on, as the sales will go up and up and up, I mean, the revenue is only $1 million now. It's going to go up more and more, and as it goes up more and more, this passive income from everybody's sales is going to go up and up. All right, so there's two main channels of income from Travelor. One, selling tourism, and this is the main business of Travelor. Travelor is a real company, real sales, real profits. The second way is by building up a team, and people now have the opportunity to build up a team and get that passive income. Right. Now, how's a person gonna earn money by bringing up a team? What sort of money can they earn? So if a person joins and they bring in 4 people, so they get $200 a month, right? And if the people that they bring in, if they do the same, each one of them brings in 4 people, so they won't be called an agent, they'll be called a star, and so you get $50 from each of those people, plus $10 from the people that they bring in. So you come out, you'll have a passive income of $360 a month, right? And as this goes on, you know, when more people do it, then you get $1,000 a month, right? And you can imagine if as your team builds up more and more, right? So it comes to higher and higher figures. As I mentioned, my daughter, she's already receiving more than $3,000 a month. And within half a year, I expect it to be more than $10,000 a month, right? And this is now that we've only got 2,000 people in Travelor, right? Whatever my daughter's done is possible for anybody else to do, because you've got the potential to bring in as many people. She's got a team of a few hundred people, right? But you could have the same, right? And you can have this passive income, and it will just go on and on and on. Now, you may wonder, well, what about the people at the end, the people that join and not manage to join anyone else? Do they lose out? No, they do not lose out. This is not a pyramid scheme. Everybody wins. Even the people that join at the end, or somebody joins and they don't manage to recruit anyone, they earn money by selling holidays. You know, they can, you know, every month they can mention to a few people, they can put posts on Facebook. There's all different things they can do to sell a few holidays a month, you know, just a little bit of work each day, and they can have a few $100 or $1,000 income every month from that. All right. So if somebody joins Travelor, so what is it that you receive from Travelor that will enable you to have your own business that will make money for you? So when you join Travelor, you don't need to build your own website. You don't need to sort out how the payments are going to be taken care of. You don't need to sort out all different things. Now, I'm a computer programmer. In the past, I've built e-commerce websites for people, and it's a lot of work, and there's a lot of things that need to be taken care of. And the person that I make the website for, there's extra additional things he has to sort out to take care of payments, security, and all different things, and handling the orders. Well, all this is provided by Travelor. When you join Travelor, you get your own website that looks just like the Travelor website, that people can book hotels all over the world, you know, many, many hotels in all different countries. They can come to your website and book it, right? And there's various functions on that website that's built in order to help you earn more money. All the payments are taken care of. All the bookings are taken care of. Dealing with hotels, and if people have problems with their booking, Travelor takes care of that. You don't need to take care of that. All you need to do is to bring people to your website and get them to make a booking, and you earn money. It's as simple as that. This is a money-making machine. This gives you your own business. Something like this is worth at least $15,000, right? Here's what my website looks like, similar to the regular Travelor website. It's got my name at the top. People can come along, make bookings, right? And I get money from it, right? It's in all different languages. I get a back office where I see every sale. I see who are the top sellers. I see who are the new people that are joining Travelor. And if you look at the top, you can see that I get a link that I can pass on to other people, that if I know of somebody that wants to join Travelor, they just take my link and they can join underneath me. And then I get another $50 a month from that, right? And there's many more things in the back office for taking care of leads and various things, right? In addition, a person is taught what to do. A person may say, well, look, I've never thought of having a travel business before, and, I don't know what to do. Well, I can tell you, when my daughter started, she knew nothing. She'd never heard of Facebook. She'd never had any experience with selling anything, right? But Travelor provided various tutorials, and there's support from people, and she was able to learn what to do. Now, 5 years later, Travelor has a tremendous amount of tutorials, and on all these squares here, all the various tutorials are in different languages, in English, in Arabic, in French, several other languages. So all these squares here, you click on one of these squares, and then you see a whole series of tutorials. And each one, it's a video, 10 or 15 minutes, and it teaches you various things, right? And it teaches you what to do for promoting Travelor, for recruiting agents, for selling holidays. It's all taught to you there, right? You learn about Facebook marketing, WhatsApp marketing, tourism deals, there's various things that are taught there. And these tools that people learn there, these skills that people learn there, is very valuable. People pay money online to learn these skills. And I know personally a number of people who joined Travelor a number of years ago, and they went on to work in other online businesses and earn money from them using the skills that they learned in Travelor. So all this, with all these skills, and also there's support, there's WhatsApp groups, and there's webinars, and there's guidance from very skilled people at marketing. You get guidance on how to sell things. All of this is all part of what you get when you join Travelor, and all this extra support and guidance and tutorials, that in itself is worth at least $10,000. So altogether, this whole system is worth at least $25,000. Now, if a person wants to start their own business, like let's say if a person wants to start a restaurant business, right? So they have to pay for the premises, they have to pay for the property to have the restaurant, $1 million or more, right? And let's say they want to open a branch of McDonald's because they know that McDonald's is successful. So first of all, they need to pay McDonald's $45,000 for a license. And then after that, every month they pay McDonald's a certain percentage of their profits, right? Usually if a person receives a completely made business, it costs a lot of money to get that, right? So in a minute, this could be yours, this Travelor business, it could be yours. And from the next day, you'd be able to start making money from it. It's all set up. It's been running for several years now, and people use it to have their own business and make money, right? So what do you need to do in order to get this whole system and to get started? So as I mentioned, it's worth at least $25,000. but you do not need to pay that $25,000. The cost is only a $1,000 setup fee. And when my daughter and myself, when we joined, we paid this, right? Plus $150 a month, monthly payment. And once you've joined 4 people, it will more than cover that cost. And as you build up your team, that cost will be insignificant, right? But now, during the coronavirus, when we're concentrating on building up Travelor, so the one-time fee does not need to be paid for, right? When I went to that meeting together with my daughter, people sat there and there were people there that said, what? You haven't got a website yet? You haven't made any sales yet? And you want me to pay $1,000? And you want me to pay $150 every month? So even for me also at that time, I didn't really have the money for it. I had to borrow the money in order to pay for it. But I realized that, this is something that really, really has potential. And I realized that if we get in there now at the right time, we can build up a big network and we can end up having a nice passive income. And that's what we did, right? There were other people there that they were worried about the money. They didn't join. But we did join, and we're reaping the benefits from it.